Yes, please. Welcome back to our recording for step number 14 of material management case study. Remember, in the previous step, we have received 100 items. That's what we have done, right? So if you receive 100 items from your supplier, now we have to pay them. So this is the point where accounting comes in action. Okay, so we have to record a payment or a liability which we have to pay. Remember, you have to record an invoice from your supplier that he delivered 100 items to our our warehouse, so we have to pay them. But before you pay, you have to record their invoice. So how to record an invoice? This is what we are going to see now in our step number 14, which is to record an invoice. In step number 14, as you can see here in your handouts, we are going to record, or we are going to create an invoice receipts. Means we received an invoice from our vendor. What was the vendor? Midwest Supply Company, right? As you can see here, we have to pay them 3,200. This is, you can see that they receive, they send us this fatura when they deliver us product, right? They also send us, because warehouse receive the physical product, but in accounting department they receive this invoice. As you can see here, this is the invoice. Who made this invoice? Midwest Company. They send us fatura and we have to pay them. What is their invoice number? It is written here. Okay, what is the date, all the information, how much amount we have to pay them. As you can see here, because it was for 100 items, they say, okay, you have to give this, and this is our bank account, their bank account detail in the bottom right here. You can see the detail about the payment, what are the information. So this is all the information, right? And we receive this invoice. Now imagine you are in accounting department, so you have to enter this invoice for those 100 items which we have already received in our warehouse. So how to do it? This is step number 14, to enter the invoice for 100 items. So how to do it? So you need to go to our main screen and follow the steps there in step number 14. So to enter an invoice, right, or enter incoming invoice, we have transaction code MIRO, and here you have to enter the invoice date, which is today's date. Whenever you are entering this information, the amount is 3,200, right? So then tax code already there is by default, and then invoice, change these three numbers with your three numbers. I will just put something just as a reference. Make sure to enter the information like what I have entered, but this is just an invoice number which we receive from our vendor. So I just put 000 and then my name. I just, let's say, put it to something, because I'm creating many transactions. So I'll say this is my second transaction or third transaction, right? To, so that I can find out. And then here I have to enter Why I'm paying them? Because of a purchase order number. If you don't know your purchase order number, you can get it. The purchase order number which we created before, right? I know my purchase order number, so I will get purchase orders normally starts with 45, right? So that is the purchase order number. I will put it here. This is the basic information. This is also text jurisdiction field. What is, it's already there. Enter. As you can see here, it says enter in jurisdiction TX00, this one as an, I will just type it from this one. Okay, as you can see here. It's okay. If you already see FL, just ignore it. We'll go to basic data. Yes. So we'll not do anything. Let me see here. We have text jurisdiction field here. If we have, then we will enter it here. Just I'm checking on the right side. If there is any data entry for text jurisdiction, then we can enter it there. Yes, text jurisdiction field here, sorry. So here we have to enter this amount. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So here in the bottom, you have to enter, you have to scroll down to the right side, come to this area, jurisdiction code, and enter this information. Okay, then is it okay? Items are okay. Everything is okay. You need to check this one, check sign, very important, that we need to book this item. But before we save it, because it is an accounting transaction, we cannot reverse it. So it's better to see first, simulate that. How does it look like? Is there any mistake? So you press simulate and you will see that here. Okay, so Midwest Supply Company, right? We have to pay them. Negative sign shows one is credit, one is debit. Inventory is debit, goods receipt, right? So this is what you have to pay them. Okay, so it means everything is okay. So we can press post button from here in the bottom. You can do it here, or you can do it directly from here. It's the same thing. So again, system will generate a number for this entry. So what is this one? We have entered the invoice, and this is the invoice number which is generated for these 100 items. So this one is done. Step number 14 is done.